What storytelling bias reveals about car business content creators on YouTube. Hey everybody, Kevin Hunter here, the Homework Guy. I've spent the last 16 years serving you as a car buying advocate and now a car coach. If you've watched our show for any length of time, you know we don't pull any punches when it comes to exposing car dealers. We name the scams, we cite the laws, and we stand up for car buyers who have been ripped off. We do this now both before and after the sale. But let's take a step back today and look at something deeper. What I call the storytelling bias on YouTube in our content category. Storytelling bias is when someone only tells the stories that fit their agenda while carefully avoiding the stories that don't. And let me tell you, in the world of car business YouTubers, that bias is ruining the space. To help pull back the curtain on this controversial topic, the amazing Elizabeth joins me now.
Thanks, Kevin, and you're totally right. When you pay attention to which stories these creators tell and which ones they refuse to touch, you learn a lot about where their loyalties lie.
Indeed.
Let's take the topic of extended warranties. Most creators won't go near it. And why is that? Because they know if they were honest, they'd have to admit extended warranties don't even legally exist. What the dealer sells you is actually a vehicle service contract, not a warranty at all. But they won't say that. Vehicle service contract is actually the correct legal terminology, but you won't hear that from most YouTube creators in the car space. And you must wonder, is that because they're actually selling these warranties themselves on their website?
Yes.
Are they making money off these products and therefore protecting the very thing that they know is bogus?
That's a great question, Liz, and it speaks to the heart of storytelling bias. If you spent years working in the car business and now you're on YouTube pretending to be the consumer's friend, why are there whole areas of the industry that you won't talk about? Why won't you talk about the laws dealers are breaking? Why won't you show people how to unwind a fraudulent car deal? Why won't you warn them about arbitration clauses tying the sale or bogus doc fees? Why would any YouTube creator pretend that there's such a thing as a legitimate, trusted dealer network that could actually be trusted? In my experience, I created a network of 25 referral dealerships after I left my last dealership. They knew that I was reviewing every car deal that I would send them. Yet, out of the 25, only 2 could be trusted to do a clean and honest car deal. That's 2. That's 92% that could not perform honestly, even with a watchdog like me looking over their car deals, and these dealers knew it. I quickly stopped referring people because I couldn't take the time to visit every dealer with every car buyer who called me. The hands-on time required of me was just too much to do. The answer is simple. Most of these other creators are still protecting and sympathizing with the dealer's side of the table.
Exactly. And if you look at the content they produce, you'll see a questionable pattern too. They'll chase clickbait stories. The car market is crashing. Automakers and dealers are going bankrupt. Car dealers can't sell overpriced cars. You know, the sky is falling. And then the thumbnails that frequently show something burning down behind the creator. That kind of stuff does make people curious. But when it comes to actually standing up for a customer who got ripped off, total silence.
Total silence.
And that silence says everything that you need to know.
It really does. See, when you avoid the tough stories, the legal violations, the fraud cases, the arbitration scams, you're telling the world that you're not really in the consumer's corner and you don't want to speak the truth. You're in it for the views, the clicks, and maybe a side hustle selling products that aren't in the customer's best interest, and you know it. That's what storytelling bias reveals. It tells everyone it's really all about you, and your show is really about yourself. You know what else really tells the public a creator thinks they are better than their viewers? They don't have direct conversation with the people who follow their show. I'm not talking about through a chat room. I'm talking about a live phone conversation, which, by the way, is something that I do every single day.
I think that's huge, Kevin. Frequently, when people buy the phone call on our website with you, they ask, do I really get to talk directly to Kevin? They almost don't believe it until it happens and they hear your voice on the phone. People have a hard time believing how humble and down-to-earth Kevin is.
I know, and then some people say, I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. No, I say, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just an average guy who really loves my country, and I'm just someone who's committed to telling the truth about this business, and that's it.
And here's something else I've noticed. Have you ever heard these other creators say, God bless you when they sign off? Of course not. They never will. Why is that? Because it would mean standing up for something bigger than themselves. It would mean showing humility and gratitude instead of just chasing ad revenue. It would mean showing respect to God. And that's something you'll only find here at the Homework Guy.
That's right. And let's ask another hard question. Is it really possible for someone who spent 40 years as a dealer manager, making money off their lies in every scam in the book, to suddenly wake up one day and suddenly be for the consumer? The fact that this person calls themselves a former dealer is actually the first lie they told. I don't buy it. We've had a few coaches who had too much car business experience, and we had to part ways with them because they were dealer sympathizers. They'd say things like, "We can't negotiate further because we need to leave something for the dealer." I said, "What? Have you forgotten how much dealers ripped off the public during the pandemic? It's time they started paying back those wrongfully earned profits." These coaches also didn't care about anyone else on our team. It was always just about themselves. "How many deals do I get?" they wondered. And they'd say things like, "I love money." Oh, that frosted me. Here's the truth. In the car business, you don't flip a switch overnight and erase decades of training in how to extract maximum profit from car buyers. If you're in the manager's office pushing add-ons and fees for 40 years, it's a stretch to think that suddenly you're a crusader for fairness. In the same way, a tiger can't change their stripes, and neither can you.
And you see it in how other creators act. They tiptoe around the hard truths. They'll never expose the way arbitration clauses strip consumers of their rights. They'll never talk about market adjustments and how phantom discounts are pure fraud. They'll never show you how to write a letter that forces a dealer to rescind a bad deal. They will never tell you that the bogus warranties that their dealer buddies sell only pay out 10 to 12 cents per dollar, because if they did, they'd be out of business with their dealer buddies or their own affiliate deals selling service contracts, the things they keep falsely calling warranties.
Meanwhile, we're not afraid to tell those stories. In fact, just this past month, our team has helped 10 different car buyers unwind bad car deals. That's 10. We spelled out the violations, cited the laws, and helped the buyer write expertly worded letters the dealers could not ignore. That's the difference between the homework guy and the clickbait crowd. We're not just here for views, we're here to fight the real fight for you.
And I'll tell you what else. Storytelling bias is a form of fear. Other creators are afraid to tell you the hard stories because it might cost them money, cost them friends in the industry, or cost them sponsorship deals. But when you see someone avoiding tough stories, ask yourself, what are they afraid of? What's more important to them, protecting car buyers or protecting themselves, or the dealers that they're actually working for?
That's the million-dollar question, and that's why the Homework Guy Show stands apart. We don't care how mad any dealer gets over our content. We don't care if sponsors walk away. We don't care if some former sales manager thinks the truth is too harsh. Our loyalty is to one group only, car buyers. That's you. And if that means calling out fraud, exposing illegal practices, or demanding a dealer rescind a contract, well, then that's exactly what we're going to do.
So let's wrap it up this way. The next time you're watching a YouTube creator in the car space, pay attention not just to what they say, but what they don't say. Do they dodge the tough topics? Do they avoid talking about laws? Do they act like extended warranties are legitimate? Do they give you clickbait titles and stories instead of real solutions? That's storytelling bias, and it tells you everything you need to know.
Here at the Homework Guy, we tell the stories other creators won't touch. We don't hide from the hard stuff. We don't water it down to make it dealer-friendly. We do the homework, we expose the truth, and we fight for car buyers every step of the way. So if you're tired of clickbait, tired of shallow advice, and tired of creators who won't stand up to shady dealers, you're in the right place, and we welcome you to our show.
And if you need real help, whether it's buying a new or used car, leasing a vehicle, turning a leased car back in, unwinding a bad car deal, or just holding the dealer accountable, we're here for you. Go to thehomeworkguy.com and click the big red button. Whether you use our hassle-free car buying service before the sale or a legal violation checkup THG edition after the sale, we've got your back. We do all the work so that you don't have to.
And to all of you long-term viewers and subscribers out there, you guys rock. God bless you all. I'm Kevin Hunter, the Homework Guy, signing off on behalf of Alex Stevens, our auto expert, the amazing Elizabeth, our master negotiator, and the entire Homework Guy car buying team. Stick around as we scroll through some of our most recent 5-star Google reviews. And remember, when you see other creators dodging the hard stories, ask yourself, who are they really working for? Thanks for watching. Who's your daddy and what does he do?